Mike, I'm a little tired this morning. I had to stay up to watch that game.
But it's a good kind of tired.
It's a good kind of tired. I was rooting for, I didn't care who won the game. I was rooting for a low-scoring game because I had a chance to win my brackets, my pool. Got some money coming to me, you guys. Don't forget, I haven't got any recognition yet.
God bless
Rodney
you.
Hess.
Very impressive.
Anyhow, low-scoring game, so I won. It was a really well-played game, and as we were talking a few moments ago before we started taping, I think it was very much a thinking man's game. There was a lot of really neat plays. I think the assistant coaches or the coaching staffs picked up on things during this game. And then you mentioned it, defensively, this was a good game as well.
Yeah, I think these were two. I think Butler is one of the great defensive teams that I've seen in college basketball. And I thought in the second half, Duke kind of went to their level defensively. Duke is terrific defensively too. And in contrast to that, there were not a lot of really skilled guys who could score, really skilled offensive players in the court. So they did have to come up with sort of cerebral ways to get the ball in the basket or just try to find a way. But anyway, I just love it when a basketball game is close for 40 minutes, when for high stakes, with a lot on the line. The tension that just keeps going through the whole course of the game, I just thought that was terrific stuff. And I didn't have a real powerful rooting interest. This has been portrayed in the media like everybody in America was just praying for Butler to win. I don't think that's. I think we always get carried away with storylines in the media. I don't think that's the case. I think I enjoyed watching a great basketball game. Period. I don't think there's anything more to it than that.
But if Butler would have pulled this win over a mighty Duke, this wasn't Duke's best team by any means, but this is the fourth national title that Krzyzewski has since the early 90s. This would have been, you would have remembered these players, where you'll remember this Butler team for how close they got, 1 point away, and actually, if Hayward makes that shot late, it was a half-court shot, but almost winning it, hits the back rim. This is like a Kirk Gibson-type moment if it goes in. Instead, it was caught on the warning track.
It would have been one of the Kodak moments in the history of sports in America. There's no question about it. It would have been top 5 in that regard. A couple of things. Number one, it was David and Goliath in perception. But as you said, this was not a phenomenal Duke team, and also this was not really a mid-major in Butler, so it really wasn't that. And the other thing about it that's interesting about Butler is sophomore-oriented team. They're going to be back. They should be back next year. I mean, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. Now, their coach supposedly is talking to Oregon about taking the Nike money and going to the University of Oregon for $4 million a year. But Butler has a tradition now of coaching turnover and kind of continuity within that program, so that may not be that big a deal. Although he's very impressive. I'm very impressed with Butler's coach, but it'll be interesting to see what happens next for Butler because they should be very good next year on paper.
Well, they should, but Duke should be very good as well.
Absolutely.
This was just an okay Duke team, and they win the title. They've got a great recruiting class coming in. A lot of these guys are back again, too. So this is only going to bode well for the NCAAs. A team like Kentucky might be one and done, and we're going to lose some guys. These two teams we saw in the finals, you may see these two teams back again because a lot of their players are going to be back.
They certainly should both be top 10 teams in America next year. I think that might be conservative.